We're teaching that you're the Israelites according to the Bible.
The
Hebrew Israelites. We're teaching who our people are according to the Bible. These are your slave names, and these are your biblical names. We're telling you, when you read about Moses, when you read about Isaac, when you read about Jacob, when you read about Jesus, Isaiah, Jeremiah, those people are you. The reason why you came here in slavery, the reason why you're at the bottom, is because we're underneath the curses for breaking God's laws.
Amen.
And like you said with the black corporate positions, like the scripture says, wisdom and knowledge is more precious than gold and silver, right? The Most High
that's God's wisdom. It's not our own, because our own is foolish.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The wisdom of these scriptures. What I was gonna say, the wisdom of these scriptures is more precious. God didn't send this here for us to make it. That's the reason why every time black people try to catapult something, always pull us down, because He doesn't want you to make it in this society. Any society that allows homosexuals to marry, the way this white man builds a society of rape, robbery, murder, and unjust, why would you want to make it here? The reason why Christ will come here is to level a place like this, because this place is Babylon.
Listen.
And like you said with the corporate thing, the Arabs can't even control their own oil. You really think the white man's going to allow a Negro in America to control commerce and business and goods? Hells no, man.
Okay,
Come on, brother, man.
You know the Hard Rock. You know the Hard Rock Cafe, right?
Yeah.
The Hard Rock Cafe here in New York is part of Hard Rock Enterprises. They own hotels and casinos all over the world. You know who owns that?
Who?
These people right here.
The Native Gadites, Native Americans?
The Seminole Indians own that.
Brother, that's a smack in the face, bro.
Okay, what I'm saying.
Think about it. If I control a whole...
They bought that. A lot of people don't even know. The Seminole Indians. You know what the Seminole Indians are? These are
right down in Florida.
Yeah, they're the black Indians. Okay?
Brother, that's a smack in the face.
They're the black.
How is it a smack in the face?
How is it smack?
I steal a whole continent from you. Put the majority of people on reservations, but I tell a handful of you, listen, you can own a hotel, but we still gonna tax the shit out of you. Come on, brother.
What I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to say
is, brother, man.
They got that because,
brother,
they had.
Which one you rather have?
What?
America or some hotels or casinos?
Well, I would rather have America.
There you go.
Okay, but
they lost a whole land for casinos.
It's not that they lost for casinos. It's the fact that because they had their autonomy, they were able to open those properties on theirs and had the money to buy the Hard Rock.
Brother, the white man allowed them to do that, but that's what I'm saying to you.
For less than $1 billion, it's worth a lot more.
That's an unfair trade. That's an unfair trade.
You got any kids?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Are you planning on getting married, have kids?
Hell no. Destruction coming, brother. Right. The Lord said, blessed are the barren.
If you had kids, you know what I'm saying? If you had kids, you want to do the best you can for them. Is your parents trying to do the best they can for them?
Absolutely. But the Heavenly Father wants to give us a kingdom. Why settle for peanuts?
Amen.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But
the kingdom, we're going to be in rulership.
If you're distracted, you're not gonna get whatever it is that I'm trying to give you,
right?
Because you're distracted. Because we're distracted by the things of the world. We overlook the grand prize, which is the kingdom of God.
There you go.
All right. So I agree with what you're saying. You're talking when you talk from that book. Is that King James?
Absolutely.
That's the one I recognize.
Right.
Because it's not watered down.
Right. It's closest to the Hebrew and Greek.
Amen. There's even a Bible online where they're referring to God as she.
No,
you know lesbians wrote that.
That's wickedness, man.
You know lesbians wrote that.
That's wickedness.
Okay.
But what I'm saying to you real quick though, brother, for the Seminole Indians, for them to feel happy that they got some casinos, they should be ashamed of themselves. Because the white man he broke all 400 treaties with your people. Put you on reservations.
Sure did.
He put our people in ghettos and slums, and he gave a handful of our people opportunities to Oprah Winfrey.
You're still better off in America than you are in a lot of places in Europe.
I wouldn't say that.
Yes, I'll tell you why. I was in Paris, and I'm not talking about last year, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. 1985, I was in Paris. I was coming back from Geneva, late night with my 6-year-old son, all right? We went into the equivalent of a Roy Rogers. Right. You listen? A Roy Rogers in Paris. That's the equivalent. You know Roy Rogers is like down there. Right. It's not high quality.
Right.
Late night, hungry. First thing I noticed, they're getting ready to close on an African on his knees with a rag and the dirtiest bucket of water in the history of the world. He was scrubbing the floors. His bare hands on his knees as an African.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that does. You know what that means in his country. Like if someone from his country saw him doing that, on his knees scrubbing the floor, right? First of all, men don't do that in his country. That he was doing to make a living in Paris. The first thing I said to myself was, wow, if he was in America, first of all, his hand wouldn't come near that water. He would have a mop, go in the bucket, would have the handle, he would squeeze it out, and even if he had to touch the water, he would be wearing gloves up to here.
Maybe not, brother.
Yes, he would.
You know why I say that?
Because this is America. You understand
Brother,
what I'm saying?
you ever seen Detroit?
No, I haven't seen Detroit, but I know about Detroit.
Brother, you seen
I've seen
Detroit and Indiana? You swear that's a third world country.
Yeah, Detroit, I know.
You see people
Detroit
was
is
lining up for buckets of water because you know that
Contaminated?
Not contaminated. Some of they so much debt as a state that some of the landlords had cut the water. Some of the residents. Yeah. And these are so-called black people in this country going through that.
But what I saw in Paris in '85, the guy on his knees, I've never seen that in America. And it's not going to happen here. Well, I'm not saying it's not going to happen.
It did happen. It did happen to our people.
I'm talking about this time. I mean, I'm telling you, you're better off in America.
Brother, you seen Detroit and Michigan? Those are our people.
I know.
You see what I'm saying?
Trying to say, dude,
you could buy a house in Detroit right now for $50. And ask yourself.
You could buy a house in New York for $1 in Harlem back in the 80s. It's going to break your heart. It's true.
Right.
On the Mayor Koch, right? $1. You could buy one of these brownstone shells in Harlem.
Right.
And you know what they go for now.
Yeah.
But in the 80s they were
Million.
People were buying them and flipping them.
Yeah.
They would buy it for 10, hold it like 4 months, and flip it for 30,000 and be happy. Right? Happy.
Right.
And they held on, you're worth millions.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. In England, there's only one black lord. One black lord in the House of Lords in England. That's the equivalent of like the senator in America. All right?
One. It don't matter. Listen, we have a
so-called walk into Congress.
I know, but we have a so-called black president. That situation has gotten worse. Because all the things he said he was going to do, he never did it. Because we all know
he did, but they blocked him. They blocked him. They blocked him.
Puppet, man.
They blocked him. It has nothing to do with the truth. The Republicans blocked him for everything he did. They wanted to embarrass him, and they wanted him out of office. They didn't want to give him a second term. And Hillary is going to win because the leader on their side is a clown. And
brother, he took down Gaddafi. Gaddafi's a fellow African like him. Why? Sorry about that.
Damn! I can't believe this.
Well, it broke.
This is a gift from my nephew.
Did it break?
Yeah. He just left today. All the way from Jamaica. I can't believe this.
Is that valuable?
Man, it's a gift. I haven't seen it in years. I haven't seen him do it. He just left from Michigan. I just put him on the shuttle to LaGuardia.
Went to Michigan?
He going to school.
Well, brother, you need to go out there with him and see that. See Michigan.
You talk about,
and you're going to be right here on this side with me. You're going to be like, the white man's in trouble.
It's changing things in Detroit.